Hi, my name is Brittany Callaghy, and this is my wiki presentation on assessing academic performance. The data collection tools I use are data binders, DRA, QRI, Corephonics, and math computation screening. So I have created goal tracking data binders for all my students. Each binder has different dividers for reading, writing, math, and behavior. I have created data sheets for all my students' goals. The data sheets have a description of the goal along with a table to track specific details about the goal. For example, if a student had a reading comprehension goal where they read a passage and answer 5 WH questions, then the table would consist of a date because I like to know when the student was assessed, the title of the story, the level of the story, how many questions were correct, supports that were offered, and any notes that the person wants to provide. Along with the data sheets, I also provide materials to use when assessing the goals. The Developmental Reading Assessment, DRA, is used to assess my younger students. This assessment helps me identify students' independent reading level by assessing students' oral reading fluency and comprehension. The Qualitative Reading Inventory, QRI, is used to measure comprehension of text, word identification, and decoding abilities in students, students' reading levels, students' ability to read different types of text, students' ability to comprehend different modes, oral and silent, and students' ability to use lookbacks to locate missing or incorrect information later on. I usually give the QRI to my older students to get reading baselines for their reading goals and also to measure growth. Core Phonics, I use the Core Phonics survey at the beginning of the school year to assess my students' phonics skills. This assessment assesses letter recognition, consonant vowel sounds, long short vowel sounds, CVC words, short vowel blends, and so on. The data collected gives me the idea of where I need to start my phonics unit with my students. This survey can also be given more than once to measure growth as well. The math computation screening. This assessment was created by one of my colleagues and is used to gauge my students' math skills. It covers addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Some accommodations and modifications that I have used are free time, consist of giving them a couple of minutes during the assessment and after the assessment is over to choose an activity of their liking. Giving them the option to choose the activity allows them to feel a sense of control and makes them work harder. Games and puzzles. I like to provide my students with the option of playing a game or doing a puzzle while giving an assessment or during small group instruction. After every couple of questions they get right or they answer, we usually get to play a round of the game, or I give them a couple of puzzle pieces to figure out. And in my current class, I have a lot of puzzle fans, so we do puzzles quite often. The third one is a quiet area. I like to provide my students with a quiet area when assessing them. This prevents distractions and allows them to focus on me and the questions I'm asking. Frequent breaks is another one that I like to provide my students with. I do this so they don't get bored, irritated, or annoyed about all the work that they have to do. Frequent breaks gives their brain a break and they get to move around and enjoy doing something of their choice. A multi-sensory approach, I like to provide my students the option to show their knowledge in different ways. They're able to show me what they know using visuals, hands-on materials, or simply just stating it orally. Thank you for listening.